Nick, we'll start with you, please. Thanks.
Thanks very much. Hi, Eddie. Hope you're well, and thanks for your time as always. A really exciting lineup. Can you just talk us through why Lewis is captain? I mean, obviously, it's quite a rare thing for someone to captain England in their debut. But what are the qualities that make him the man to lead the team to become?
Well, there's a number of issues concerned with it. Obviously, we've got the Lions away. We're resting senior players, so there's an opportunity for a new captain to come in. We've been watching the club games very closely and looking for guys with leadership qualities, and he's been outstanding for Gloucester. And he's come into camp and shown good leadership qualities, so he's the best person to lead the team today, on Sunday.
And obviously, Marcus Smith makes his debut at 10. What is it that you're most looking forward to seeing from him?
Well, we had really good competition for that spot between Jacob, Marcus, and George Furbank. So all those guys have been competing hard. It's a tight call, but Marcus gets the nod. Look, at number 10's a bus driver and a conductor. He's got to make sure that everyone's playing together and pick the right route. And there's no different from Marcus.
We obviously see that he's got lots of skills and lots of flair, but is the gap between club and international and Test rugby knowing when you can try things that are a little bit off the cuff and when you kind of got to play the percentages? Is that a fair way of looking at it? Is that something that he'll only learn really by doing?
Well, I don't think that's really a good question. I think rugby's always about good decision making. It's about making good decisions. You've got three ways to get the ball forward: kick, run, or pass. And it's always about making the right decisions. And the good players make the right decisions. Doesn't matter whether you're playing in the backyard with your mum and dad, out on the street with your mates, or you're playing club rugby for Harlequins or Test rugby for England. It's about making the right decisions, and we want him to make the right decisions, mate.
So keep being himself then, is that what it's like?
No, as I said, keep making right decisions, mate.
Okay, fair enough. And obviously, you could make 12 guys could make their debut this weekend. How exciting is that in terms of? I know you talked before about the long build up to 2023. How exciting is that to have that many guys who come away from hopefully these 2 weeks with Test experience?
Yeah, well, it's a great opportunity. It's not about getting Test experience, about those guys earning the shirt. The average number of tests an England player plays is 7 tests. So any guy that gets this opportunity to play for England wants to make sure he beats that average. And to do that, you have to perform well. So there's an opportunity on Sunday for 8 guys to take the shirt, and if they don't wear it again, pass it on in a better state. And if they do wear it again, make sure next time they play even better. So that's the exciting part of this.
Thanks, Nick. Russ, we'll come to you next. Sorry, if you've got one quick one more, we've only got 5 minutes for the live section.
Just lastly, obviously we saw Michael Liner tweet at the weekend about Lewis. He suggested
No, I didn't.
I just wondered what your thoughts are on that, because it would be unusual. I would have thought that there had been no contact. Just wondered if you had any response to suggesting that the RFU hadn't been in contact with Lewis at all.
Well, I'm not aware of the tweet, and I'm only here to talk about players that have been selected.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks, Nick. Russ, we'll come to you next, please. Thanks.
Hey there, Eddie. Just while we're on that final for a second, the Premiership final, what did you make of it, the talent on show, and the way that Marcus obviously shone on a huge stage to deliver a trophy, to deliver silverware?
Yeah, I'm only really interested about the USA game now. That was a game in itself, a great spectacle, but we're worried about the USA now, mate.
Okay, so alongside Harry Randall as your half-back partnership, loads of social media getting very excited since your team announcement about that pair as your 9 and 10. Can you maybe tell me a bit about what you feel about that combination?
Well, obviously, feel they're the best 9 and 10 to play against the USA. I think that's fairly self-explanatory. Harry's a fast, quick, inventive halfback with a good pass. And Marcus has come into camp and been making good decisions at training.
What excites you most about your pack? Because there's a great blend, isn't there? A couple of experienced England pros in Ellis as vice captain and Sam Underhill, but as you've touched on, so much exciting debut talent as well.
Well, it's a great opportunity for this pack to take a step forward for England. I think we were all disappointed by our pack's display in the Six Nations, and this is the first opportunity for the England pack to show that we want to be a pack that's feared around the world, and we haven't been during the Six Nations, and we want to get that mantle back.
A word on the opposition, if we can. Obviously, you've gone with a very powerful and forward-written bench as well, haven't you? Is that the kind of match you're expecting, where that's going to be perhaps the key battleground, or certainly one of the main ones?
Well, that's your perception, mate. To me, that's the right bench for this game. And we toyed with the idea of going 7-1, but we've gone 6-2. And the USA are generally a big physical team. You know, you look at their performances in the World Cup in 2019. After 20 minutes, there's nothing between them and the four teams they played against. So we're expecting a really big physical game, and it's going to be important our pack impose themselves on them early.
And just finally, quickly from me, with that split, there's so many other brilliant players who obviously haven't made this 23 from your squad. If you're someone like a Joe Marchant, to pick one, is it in your mind that you'll give all of this squad, or at least some of it, some game time over the two matches, if you see what I mean?
No, I don't see what you mean, because I'm only worried about the USA game.
Okay, no problem. Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Martin. We'll come to you for a quick one. Just mindful of time. Thanks.
Okay, look, two questions, Eddie. First of all, has anything that's happened in the last 7 days, starting with the cancellation at Leicester, influenced the selection for this week?
Lots happened, mate. 3 quality training sessions. It's definitely influenced selection.
And last week's cancellation, has that altered your plans at all?
Well, we can't control what happened last week. All we got this week was a new squad, which we selected, obviously, from with the finalists being included, and then we prepare for the USA game.
Ted Hill, selected there at lock. Is that where you see his test future?
Well, I see his future as a player, as a 4-6, someone who can, like a Courtney Laws, who can play loose forward at 6 and also be able to play as a left-hand side lock. And that's what we're looking at him at the moment.
How long has that been in your thinking?
Probably for the last couple of months, mate.